This is the vegan anarchist. Introduce yourselves.
This
Alright,
is
then.
Redneck Bolshevik.
And this is me, Angon Ramblings. Today's topics are gonna be...
Borders and propaganda.
That's right.
Yep.
And we're the we're the anarchist brothel, the only brothel that doesn't sexually exploit women.
Indeed we are.
Indeed, yes we are.
Alright, so Redneck Bolshevik, please give us a little humor so in case Black Hat comes we could troll him.
Alright, I am a Redneck Bolshevik. I'm a tanky. I hate anarchism. Anarchism is evil, and I don't have any reasons why, but I just know that it's impossible to work. I have no evidence whatsoever, but it just doesn't work. Instead, my authoritarian communism is much better, because at least it lasts for 80 years and then crumbles. Oh, I shouldn't have said that.
Oh man, Black, I should have heard that. Yeah. Alright, so the borders.
Alright.
Let's start with how borders tear apart families.
Fair enough.
Alright. Or we can talk about the migrant crisis.
Either or.
A migrant crisis in America, as far as I know.
Yeah.
Actually, I think most of the undocumented immigrants are actually leaving. Aren't
Yeah.
they?
Yeah, that's true. And from what I've heard, they are.
It's a bit of a different story in the UK, however. Here we have the tabloids boasting about it as much as possible that there's tons of immigrants coming and we need to prevent it because they're going to chop our fucking heads off in the street. Okay, then.
Sounds like typical anti-immigrant propaganda.
It's just nationalist propaganda, that's what it is.
Yep.
Joining the English Defence League and the other fucking neo-Nazi groups in the country. It's ridiculous. People who become so sexually attracted to their borders of their countries, it's ridiculous.
It is ridiculous. I mean, it's just a piece of land, for God's sake. For shit's sake.
A piece of land, who gives a shit? Why are you looking at the state's authority over this area as legitimate? Why is it legitimate? Question it. But you're not questioning it. Why are you not questioning it? Serious question. Why are people not questioning the legitimacy?
Because they're fed with lies, that it's their country and it's their land, which, after, I guess, growing up with that bullshit, you just believe it.
It's the land of the state, or it's the land of big corporate...
Exactly. No, I know that. Exactly.
It's a land
they don't realize it.
It's basically a piece of land that a monopoly has the right to does whatever it wants to you with violence.
Yeah.
Yep.
Like everything we do is regulated, and if you don't go by the regulations, you have to face the threat of violence.
Yep.
And the same thing with borders. I mean, I live within a couple miles from the border, and I could tell you, they're still coming across and going back and forth, even without the government's permission.
Yeah.
And then when Trump builds a wall, all you have to do is build tunnels or use catapults.
Exactly.
Speaking of tunnels, North Korea tried to invade South Korea through invasion tunnels to get under the ridiculously militarized border called the Demilitarized Zone, believe it or not. That's the actual name of the border. Speaking of tearing apart families, that's the perfect example of it. I mean, they have reunions every so often where they bring some people from the north and some people from the south who were separated by the Korean War, and then for not very long at all. But they don't get to go into the same country. They're still separated. Like,
Exactly.
they only meet each other through that thing. Because North Korea is very, very censored. Like, they won't allow phone calls outside the fucking country. Actually, I don't even know if they allow phone calls at all. Do they? I'm not sure.
It's
But,
crazy.
I wouldn't ask Jason Unruh though because he'll probably lie.
he's got North Korean dick in his mouth.
Yeah. I don't know why so many tankies are defending it. I thought that North Korea wasn't supposed to be a socialist, as in tanky government, but I guess they're, they're.
Very.
So what do we do to North Korea? Do we just let it fall and collapse on its own?
It will eventually.
Or do we-
It's basically.
It's gonna have to eventually. I mean,
Anyways, borders, and then in the Mexican-American border, a lot of what happens is that we have a law that basically says that if you're born in U.S. soil, you're automatically a citizen. So a lot of what we have called anchor babies, which is basically the parents are undocumented, but they come and have a kid here. But the parents are not allowed to be with their kids because they're not welcome here because they're illegal.
yeah, illegal as in the state doesn't allow them in just because they're
Even though
born here.
Even though this land used to belong to Mexico, so
Exactly. Yet,
Well, it did, but
these.
they get it legitimately.
Well, parts of the U.S. Here in California and over there where V lives in Texas, they were part of Mexico. Yes.
what would happen is that sorry, Ancom?
They didn't get it legitimately. None of these countries did.
No, none of the countries did.
They
I
stole
mean,
it.
Conquering, colonization, all these
Great.
great strategies for taking land for yourself and fucking over everyone else. Great.
yeah, that's what the Europeans did. I mean.
That's what the tribes did as well. The tribes in, in America did that.
Yeah.
The Iroquois, whatever they were called. I mean, they conquered tons of land. It's ridiculous.
Yeah, it is. Well, till we realize and wake up and fight against our masters, it's gonna happen.
Yeah, I think C4SS has a lot of things about borders. A lot of libertarians don't like borders because they say that without borders, the world GDP would increase 3 times or double or something. Because it'd be. What do you think about the idea that the economy would be a lot better if there was no borders?
It's probably true, to be honest. They probably would.
Well, as long as you don't have a wasteful capitalist system, I guess.
Wish we do. So.
Yeah.
And yeah, so how many countries do we have in the world right now? 180
Well, it
something?
depends. I think we have 180 something. Yeah, I'd say so.
190.
199. Okay, that's more like it.
And they range from size to like smaller than the city, Vatican City, which is basically a theocracy, to Russia in size.
Yeah.
It ranges from a few hundreds to billions of people.
Yeah.
And often lines and borders are so arbitrarily drawn that you can literally have family members now stuck at both sides of the border.
Mm-hmm.
I think there was a city in the United States that used to belong to the United States, but then half of it became part of Canada. But I'm not really sure about that. But from what I heard, that city family members have been divided, and you have to have a special passport to see their own family.
There's a lot of weird borders. I mean, there's one in the west of the United States, I think, or somewhere, I'll just show you. I'm going to share you my screen. I'm just going to open up Google Maps and show you how messed up the borders can be.
Yeah.
First, I've got to find it, so give me time to do that. I think it's over here.
Surprised nobody has commented yet.
Really, that's very surprising.
And here it is, Point Roberts. I'm just going to share my screen now so you can see it.
This is what's the name of the area? Oh, here we go.
Can you see that? You see the border of Canada and the United States here?
Roberts. Oh, yeah.
You can see it. That's actually real. As far as I know, there's only a primary
That
school.
is.
So the secondary school, the kids have to go all the way around here.
Oh my God, that is a weird.
It's true.
That is weird. Yeah.
Yeah. Point Roberts is just this tiny bit owned by the United States for some reason. And I don't know what that reason is. There's even a border crossing there. You can see that. Right there.
When they shot Border Wars, I think that TV show basically documents what happens in the borders, and they showed Border Patrol. There was an episode where they took place in McAllen. And so I'm actually very close to it, and it's really horrible because across the border we have a bunch of cartel violence.
Yeah.
There's a lot of problems with the drug war.
Yeah.
A lot of problems.
But the reason a lot of them are going back is because A, the economy crash here, and B, the cartel violence is getting a little bit better. It's still bad, but not as bad.
Yeah.
Many of the cartels are actually switching to other resources. You know, since the creeping legalization of drugs in the U.S., Colorado and Washington State and all that. They're starting to go to other resources. I think cartels attack oil pipelines around there. Los Cetas or something, I think they're called.
The Zetas, yeah.
Zetas, yeah.
Zetas.
There's some places this letter Z is Z for some reason. I used to call it Z, but...
It's Z.
Oh, I learned it as Z.
Well, in Spanish, the Z is like an S, so usually at least.
Interesting. And then like the Iroquois were also divided because some of them were in Canada and some of them were in the United States.
Yeah.
So entire indigenous cultures have been divided. So.
Also, the growing borders of the U.S. forced the Cherokees westwards. They forced them from being where present-day Tennessee is, and they forced them where present-day Oklahoma is.
Yeah.
And then they brought, and then they allowed Europeans in Oklahoma, like in the early 1900s.
Yeah. And then we got Alaska and Hawaii.
Yeah. Yeah.
Well, actually, we had a coup in Hawaii by sugar plantation owners, and then we ended up annexing it because the sugar planters wanted to be part of the United States.
Mm-hmm.
But Hawaii wasn't supposed to be ours. It was a coup, and the people who governed it wanted to be part of ours so they can so you don't have to pay those tariffs.
Yeah.
It was supposed to be owned by Polynesian tribes and stuff, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, Hawaii is now full of Asian and Filipino people.
Yeah, I know because I have a half brother who lives in Hawaii, and yeah, it's full of a lot of Asians, Japanese, and yeah.
Yeah, too bad the prices are like through the roof over there.
Yeah.
Unless you're getting pineapples or something, I guess.
Yeah.
Or if we're talking fruit, we can, invade other countries for their bananas and stuff.
Yeah.
Cough, cough. United Fruit Company.
United
Yep,
Fruit.
United Fruit Company. Oh my God.
Many
Now known as a Cheeto.
Yeah. Let's talk about propaganda.
All
So
right.
what are some good ways to spread the anarchist message?
Well, I think the internet is a good source.
Yeah, but we need something that can get the attention of non-anarchists so they
We have
can
to look
go
at
to
those
our
who are
side.
disenfranchised. I
What?
mean, at the moment, they're obsessed with Bernie Sanders, aren't they? The ones who are
Yeah.
disenfranchised with the
Yeah.
political system in your country. So, what you have to do is, we first have to wait for Bernie Sanders to go away. Either if he just he drops out or doesn't try running for office, we don't know what he's going to do. But anyway, then you have to wait. Look at the amount of pissed off people there are. The
A
amount of pissed
lot.
off,
A lot, yeah.
the amount of pissed off progressives. And then you've just got to say, we want the same as you, but we don't believe parliamentary politics can actually change anything. Look, we actually want the same goals as you, and we're going to fight stronger for it. That's what we've got to do.
Yeah.
How do we avoid what's happened in Occupy last time?
I don't know. I wasn't paying attention to Occupy, so I would have no idea.
From what I could tell, a lot of it has to do with the fact that there wasn't a clear there wasn't a clear program because it was mostly liberals, and then basically the liberals basically watered down the message.
Yeah.
That's my theory on it.
Fair enough.
And then there
Well,
was also conflicts between the General Assembly and then the people who actually have the encampments who often disregard General Assembly decisions.
mm,
Yeah.
Because, the cops came in and then what they do is they would grope the women there so the men would have to would fight back, and then look, so Occupy is violent because look at the cop being beat up even though the cops were the ones groping women.
yeah.
Cops are just,
I know.
Well, we can do pirate radio.
Yeah, that's an option, but people would have to have access to it.
Not many people listen to radio these days.
True.
Yeah, that's what I meant, yeah.
Mainly older people as well, so
Totally. Yeah.
probably better we target younger people because more impressionable, easier to mold into shape. That's what the school system teaches us, right?
Actually, my audience is mostly 18 to 24. And
So,
mostly men.
most impressionable, 18 to 24, really.
Yeah.
That surprises me. I thought it'd be really young kids the most impressionable. I mean, they start molding your mind from very young age, so you know what I'd think. Really, 18 to 24, I never think of that.
From 18 to 24, I said. But yeah, and mostly male.
Mostly male.
Yeah.
Like,
Again,
I would expect more women, but usually it's like 70 to 75% men.
that surprises me.
Yeah, that kind of surprised me too, yeah.
I mean, you really do. If you want more anarchists, you got to look at the Bernie Sanders population, really.
Yeah, because they're the ones that...
Yeah, I kind of pissed them off with my Bernie Sanders video.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's true, I guess. They got to look at that crowd. They're the ones who... They're the impressionable minds that you could get along with our crowd, if you like.
Yeah. I mean, a lot of them are know there's something wrong, but because they've been screwed, but they don't. But they're too naive to realize that perhaps parliamentary politics isn't the best way to get things done.
That reminds me of something. There was this video. It was done in late 2014 by a progressive YouTuber, right? You'll probably know when I say the name. Secular Talk.
Oh, yeah.
He made a video about when Noam Chomsky talks about questioning authority and hierarchy. And he kind of takes credit along with progressives for saying we question it. The conservatives, they don't. I'll get up the video now. So
Yeah, progressives just want big government.
Yeah, exactly.
And Republicans do too. They just want a government that controls who can have babies.
here it
Yeah.
is.
Or who can. Oh.
I'll link the video in the Hangout chat so you can.
Mm-hmm.
Oh wait, I closed
Alright.
it. Never mind. Never mind. I guess I closed that. So um, I don't know what to do.
We only have 2 viewers now. We expect there
Oh
would
well, I
be
guess.
more. Oh, Manuel says sup, and Black has like hi. Okay, do the tanky impression.
I am Redneck Bolshevik. This is Redneck Bolshevik speaking. I'm a tanky. I support authoritarian communism, and even though I have no evidence that it's very extremely successful, more successful than anarchism, I still support it. And despite the fact that the USSR crashed after what was it, 80 years, I still abide by Stalin and Lenin and the USSR.
Well, I don't think Black Cat has responded. Oh.
It isn't.
Yeah.
Black Cat, if you're watching this, I'll become a tanky just like you.
3 people watching now.
Oh, good. Redneck Bolshevik is preaching authoritarian communism.
Yeah, so anyways, yeah, I think Bernie Sanders supporters are some of the best people to recruit. I kind of don't want to because they insult to my autism.
Not just Bernie
Yeah.
Sanders supporters. I mean, another good target's Black Lives Matter.
Oh, they're a
Mhm.
great target.
They're
Black
great.
people hate cops, so do anarchists.
Yep.
Yeah. Put 2 and 2 together.
I mean, a lot of people hate cops, so.
Yeah. Yeah, because you can be assholes and kill people.
I mean, what kind of, like, what kind of idiot would kill someone over a cigarette?
I know.
I have no idea.
I mean, that cop had to have serious anger issues.
I heard he was like found not guilty or something like that.
That's a bunch of BS. He
I
shouldn't.
don't know.
Basically,
I've never heard of this one, so I don't know what we're.
Eric Garner.
Oh yeah. I'd forgotten his name, but I knew what you were
Eric
talking about. Yeah.
Garner.
Oh, I've heard that name. Eric Garner. I'm trying to put that into my mind. I can't really connect the dots.
He was this big.
He was in Chicago, wasn't it? Yeah.
I think it was New York.
Sorry,
I think it was New York City. I don't remember.
Hold on, I'm gonna Google
Yeah,
it.
and he was this he was choked to death by a cop over selling cigarettes.
Oh, I've seen the video. I know what you're on about now.
I mean, when they talk about statism as threats of violence in everyday life as a threat of violence, if you're black, that threat of violence is even more credible. He's an example of what happens when statism intersects with racism.
Yeah.
When you combine them, you get Eric Garner being killed.
I mean, even though there's no laws pertaining to enforce racism, that doesn't mean there's no racism. Racism is very integrated into our society.
Oftentimes, it's not legal, but it's extra legal.
If you want to say that, I guess so.
Yeah.
I talked about in my last video when I debunked Hunter Avalone, I talked about how if you put a white name on a CV, it'll get far more responses than a black name on a CV.
Yeah, I heard that from TYT. I'm kind of embarrassed to admit that.
I actually learned where they actually got that from. Some Mexican guy named Jose took out the S and made his name Joe. Got so much more, so many
Oh,
more.
oh my God, I have a Mexican name.
Samuel,
Oh,
that's Mexican.
well, it's Jewish, but a lot of Mexicans have that name. Also, a lot of white. Martinez is a Hispanic last
Martinez.
name, and
Yeah, that's definitely Hispanic. I mean, my name's completely
Martinez.
Scottish.
Martinez, yeah.
so I'm probably gonna get discriminated against until they see me. Then they're like, "Oh, he's just a cracker." Okay, maybe not like that, but you know.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I may not be white, or I may only be half white. I still have white skin privilege, but I don't necessarily have white privilege. I just have white skin privilege. There's a slight difference.
Yeah.
What's the difference? No one would say you're not white just by looking at you.
Well, it's because, like, for example, black people. There's a lot of black people who are so light complected. They can blend in with white people, so they don't have to deal with the racism that darker skinned people do have to deal with.
Oh,
Yeah.
I guess so.
Because even within black people, the blacks don't like. A lot of black people are prejudiced toward the darker skinned member of the black community.
Here in the U.S., there's a derogatory term that lighter skin, that blacks use for yeah. Wait, what? I totally forgot what I was gonna say.
There was a derogatory term blacks use
Oh, oh,
for.
oh, oh, oh. There's a derogatory term that blacks here in America use for blacks who act like stereotypically white people. They call them Oreos, and
Oh
I mean
yeah.
things like that. Things like that.
And the reverse, where white people act as stereotypical blacks, I believe they're called wiggers.
Yeah,
Yeah,
Wigger.
yeah,
I saw an Urban Dictionary.
yeah.
Dictionary. Great for slang. Actually, if you're going to use a dictionary to define your terms, use Urban Dictionary, because that's actually what
Exactly.
because it's just written by regular people.
Exactly. Instead of intellectuals.
Unless you're
Right.
talking with anarchism, then that's an anarchist. Or read Noam Chomsky or
Yeah.
something.
That's true. I mean, if you want to debunk communism, you have to use the definition communists give.
Yeah.
Otherwise, that's a fallacy. You're just using an easier to destroy argument, which is not the original argument.
Yeah. Exactly.
Just a
So,
straw.
yeah, unfortunately, a lot of people strawman anarchists, a bunch of bomb-throwing maniacs who like to pick fights with the cops. Although some of the cop fighting part is pretty true.
Again, debatable.
Yeah, I just like
Yeah.
to watch riot porn, so you can tell someone's an anarchist by the amount of riot porn they watch. And then the primitivists are even worse because they want to burn everything. I mean, they often make us look like a bunch of liberals compared to how much they burn.
I mean, that's a word that don't have any meaning anymore. Liberal doesn't mean anything anymore.
Yeah. Anyways, let's go back to the whole idea of recruiting people because we're getting off topic.
All right.
All right.
Can we recruit people using feminism? Like, what do you think about that idea?
Yeah. I think feminism is a good tactic. I mean, it's good. What am I trying to say? It's good. It's good to recruit feminists to our side.
Yeah, to anarcho-feminism, and it's also
Yeah.
queer anarchism is good to recruit LGBTQIA plus people,
Hmm.
Mhm.
or basically gender and sexual minorities,
Yeah.
and that includes gender fluid people.
Sure.
And then there's a lot of movements we could draw from. The animal rights movement, the ALF in the 90s, they have a lot of crossover with the anarchists.
Mm-hmm.
And that's where veganarchism came from. That's the whole. Isn't that so? Animal rights, the environmental movement, like we have our own environmentalism, like green anarchism, and we have book Chen, and we have like various critiques. So we can get someone who's into environmentalism to anarchism.
Anarchism, yeah, that's
It's a good target.
that'd be helpful, yeah.
Especially if they're eco-terrorists.
Yeah.
I'm using that loosely because
Especially the Ted Kaczynskis.
Yeah.
we're not the Ted Kaczynskis. Fuck that guy. I'm
Yeah.
talking about like the people who do tree spiking. They're not terrorists. They're oil companies are eco-terrorists, but you know we got stuck with that term.
Yeah.
Label again. They're not doing it to try and harm people. They're trying to do it to save the tree.
Oh, like the ALF, they're not trying to harm people. They actually go out of their way to not harm people. All they do is just cause a bunch of property damage and break in and liberate animals.
Yeah.
Sure.
And what else do you think? Well, there's also such thing as anarcho-transhumanism, so you can always get some techie to get involved with that.
Yeah. I've heard of anarcho-transhumanism.
No, I'm pretty sure it's closer to mutualism or something
more
like
than, yeah.
I think it's
Well,
quite. I think transhumanism is quite a right.
Yeah, I was gonna say that. I thought that it was kind of more like a closer to like anarcho-capitalism, really.
Or something like that.
But theoretically, you could be an ancom and a transhumanist, though.
I guess theoretically, but
Well, that reminds me, because you know how we're talking about getting people over to the anarchists, right?
Yeah.
So, what do you think about, before Badmouse made the turn? Like, ANCAPs.
Before Badmouse made his turn,
Yeah, before Badmouse became an ANCAP.
yeah.
I was an
does that mean-
ancom before that.
Does that mean we could actually go after ANCAPs in a way and try and... Well,
Yeah.
Again, for that, there's two ways we can look at it. We can put them into two categories. We can put those who seem open to new information and those who've completely made their mind up and completely closed.
Yeah, and yeah, I think the former we may be able to bring them to our side, but
Well, personally, I think it would be a lot easier if we recruit him to mutualism.
yeah, and then maybe once we're mutualists,
Or left-wing market
That's
anarchists.
actually a good idea. I think Libertarian Socialist Rants made a video criticizing capitalism and saying, if you still want your market economy, just come to mutualism. Even though he's not a mutualist, he's an ANCOM.
Yeah.
Is he? I thought he doesn't really say what he is. He just says he's an anarchist or a libertarian socialist.
Libertarian Socialist Rants, I'm pretty sure he's an ANCOM.
He's an ANCOM.
He seems like it.
Yeah.
He was one of the first. Oh, I'm sorry. He was one of the first anarchists that inspired me to become an ANCOM myself.
Me too.
Yeah.
Great.
If you're watching this Libertarian Socialist Rants, you're probably not, but if you are, thank you.
Thank you for saving my brain from being engulfed in liberal propaganda and bullshit.
Thank you for saving me from
Red. Well, I was saved from the fucking red pill, alright?
I almost became a red pillar too. Thank you for saving me from MGTOW and Alex Jones.
The first time I've seen Alex Jones, I thought he was just an idiot.
Yes.
The way he shouts, and it's just... You're a conspiracy theorist, man. Don't you see the conspiracy that it's religion, the biggest conspiracy of all, you dumb shit?
Yeah.
It is. Yeah, I'm pretty sure you're not going to be able to get the Alex Joneses of the world to anarchism. Have you seen what he said about vegans and vegetarians?
No.
Alex Jones, I haven't seen. Oh God, it'll be
He
fun to
says
hear.
vegetarians are weak and can't have babies and they're like
Oh
very
my God.
weak. Meanwhile, there are vegan bodybuilders and vegan weightlifters breaking records.
Exactly. God, what?
People
Alex
like Alex
Jones is
Jones
such
are
an
a lot
ass.
cool.
Such an
Alex
asshole,
Jones
Alex
is a lot
Jones.
cool. There's no point going after him.
Yeah, I know, really.
We could try to recruit TYT people.
I guess so, yeah. Actually, I'm gonna go a bit more in depth to that, and I'll say secular talk people, because I think
Yeah.
they're, you know,
Would-
TYT's really in that kind of authoritarian liberal bubble, if you like.
Yeah. Well, TYT, and then secular talk is part of TYT though, isn't
It
it?
is,
Isn't
yeah.
he? Yeah.
It is, but he's definitely got more of his own opinions, I'll say.
He does. Why don't we just start our own show? I mean, like, why can't anarchists do a talk show on the internet, commentary, political commentary, and then basically like the instead of hypocrites like TYT who are liberals, we have a bunch of anarchists and we have a talk show.
Yeah,
Sounds
that would
alright.
actually, yeah, that'd be a good one. Yeah, it's a good idea.
Yeah.
I mean, we need more. I mean, too few people are are even introduced to anarchist ideas. So it would be a good
I
idea
couldn't even
to
count 10 anarchists on YouTube. I couldn't even count 10 icons on my fingers, you know.
Beside me,
really.
Well, let's see how many I can count then. Me, you two, Bad Mouse, Libertarian Socialist Rants, Red and Black, the Black Rose, even though he's no longer active, the Left Libertarian, again, no longer active, and, well, that's, oh, Stimulator, that's 9. Come on, can I get one more? Can I get one more?
Wait, I'm sorry. Did you count Anarcho Pack, or is he?
Oh, there you go, 10. We got it.
I don't like anarcho packs pacifism though.
He's not
Yeah.
even a pacifist. He isn't. He says he will resort to violence. He's not an anarcho-pacifist.
Well, he
He's
says
a
in
non-intervention. That's all he
self-defense.
is. Well,
He says he would if somebody's attacking him.
well, it's just a non-intervention, isn't he, really?
Yeah.
I don't know, because I kind of like insurrectionary anarchism, but I'm pretty sure that'll scare off more people than it recruits.
Yeah. Then syndicalism, maybe. Yeah.
What?
That's why I advocate syndicalism.
Yeah.
Actually, that would be a fun debate
Yeah.
to have one day.
The only problem I have with syndicalism is it's kind of I don't know if big tent is the word, but it encompasses a very large group of people. I just think that we would that unless we can prevent it, I'm just fearful that some this unions may eventually become a state or whatever. I mean, I don't know. I'm kind of new to, but yeah.
I do see that because they often, like, for example, in the Spanish Revolution, the CNT tried to join the government.
Yeah. Although
And
they didn't really, I mean, they kind of, well, yeah, I mean, I could see why they fought alongside with the government against the fascists. I mean, in that regard, they didn't have much choice. But go ahead, I'm sorry.
well, yeah, I'm just saying that, and unions in general have reformist tendencies.
Yeah.
They have reactionary conservative tendencies. So it would
Mm.
be easy for the ruling class to just basically, oh, immigrants are taking your jobs.
Yeah, a lot of bourgeoisie unions are like that, but yeah.
People fall for that propaganda all the time. I
Yeah.
mean, there's so many people here. There's so many people shouting, "Get out of the EU! Stop the immigrants!" So many around here.
Even here in my state in the U.S. of California, there are a lot of I mean, we do have a large immigrant population, but there's quite a few people, at least in my area, who do not like the new immigrants, coming in and that to my area.
Because it's on topic, I might talk about the EU for a bit. I mean, it's to do with borders in a way, isn't it?
Yeah.
So you know how we're having a referendum on the 23rd June, I believe. I think that's when it is.
Mm-hmm.
And we have the choice: do we want to vote to stay in, or do we want to get out of the European Union? Now, Cameron made a video saying he wants to vote to stay in. Me, I'm not going to vote in it. I'm just not going to. Because simply, both sides, I'm going to be voting for an evil. I'm either going to be voting for censorship because the EU are proposing legislation to, prevent extremism, moderate Facebook and stuff like that. But, getting out of the EU, that just gives the Tories more control. So you lose either way. Yeah. You lose or you lose.
Yeah.
I'm not picking either.
Yeah. Well, here in the U.S., with the general election, it's either Hillary the imperialist or Trump the national socialist or fascist. And but honestly, if you had to put a gun to my head, I would have no choice but to choose the imperialist. I hate her, but I'm more afraid of. But yeah, I mean,
as humans, where our need to survive overrides our ability to think critically. So if you do put a gun to someone's head, they will just say what gets the gun away from their head.
Yeah.
I mean, it's a bit like torturing people. I mean, it doesn't work.
It is.
They don't have to say the truth. They'll just say whatever because they know you don't know, so they can just get away with saying whatever.
Yeah.
That doesn't work.
No, it doesn't.
And so in terms of recruiting people, we try TV, or is that a horrible idea? Horrible. Because nobody watches TV anymore.
Only the old farts watch TV.
Yeah, we could try podcasting, but a lot of people who watch anarchist content tend to be anarchists, and we should try to have people who are not anarchists, but draw them in.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So one way we could do is through music.
Oh yeah. I've actually thought about about making some anarchist rap, but
Me too.
free of course, because I don't want to and like upload on YouTube.
You don't come across as some guy's just plopped into a studio and has no idea what the hell he's doing.
Yeah.
I mean, as long as you can do it all right, I guess. I mean,
yeah.
My type of thing, I'm a bit of a graphic designer myself. I do it for fun.
Yeah.
I've got tons of crap on my computer. It's a complete mess.
I've heard there's anarcho rednecks.
Really?
So how do we recruit rednecks? We can talk about guns.
Talk about yeah. Yeah. We could use redneck. We could use a redneck anarchist. Instead of continuing my redneck Bolshevik alter ego, I could just switch to redneck anarchist and have a series on that.
Yeah, sure, I guess.
I wonder what kind of comments we've been getting. Oh
So,
god, we
God.
got a lot.
Oh
Okay.
God.
that's a
All right,
lot of...
let's see. This. Oh my god, there's a lot of comments. You faker! I didn't comment. Did somebody
Zero
copy my
subscribers.
account? Oh my
Suck.
god! Somebody
Zero
copied my
Suck
account!
account.
subscribers.
Oh my god, somebody copied my account. Why
No,
don't Google try to ban fake accounts?
I don't know. I've still got that fake account of my first account, so I don't know.
I mean, yeah, I could see fake accounts for like deceased famous people, but fake accounts for YouTubers is just low.
Someone asked, what is motorboating?
It's where you ride in a motorboat.
When you
Yeah.
put your face in boobs.
What?
Are you sponsored by Google? No, we're not.
Is that your stock account?
I'm confused. Cali has a ton of KKK.
What?
Same. I'm from Georgia where they were reborn. Check out my channel, you fake. I am the real vegan anarchist. Like, who's copying my channel? Why is he trolling me? What do I do if he starts leaving bad comments and people think that that was me?
Oh God, no.
I hope he doesn't do that. Hello,
hope he doesn't.
brothers.
Out.
Hi, I eat meat. The carnival capitalist. Vegans are cancer.
Carnival capitalist.
No.
It's supposed to be the vegan, the carnist capitalist, not.
Oh my God.
And then the fake vegan anarchist, like, I beat my meat. And then carnivore capitalist, like, vegans are destroying the planet. You mean they are eating the planet? Hold on, I'll be back. I'm going to drink milk. Carnival capitalist. And then the fake account was like, okay. Somebody should report this motherfucker.
I know.
What?
Who are these people?
I don't know, but I swear I did not write these comments and somebody's faking my comment. And who's the carnivore capitalist? Is that Brandon or some crap like that?
Probably. It's probably one of the frickin'.
Oh yeah, from what I've heard, Sam, the vegan sexual anarchist, the reason I thought it was Black Hat is because Brandon told me it was Black Hat.
Well, can you trust him?
It was probably Brandon. You are fake. I am real. You're faker. Can somebody ban us for that? Seriously? How does he get a logo? Like crappy logo. Yeah, I need to get a new logo.
Do you?
Yeah, mine's really crappy.
I could design one for you. I mean, I said I would be a cool designer.
Okay, sure. Mine's based off the veganarchy symbol.
Right.
You know what that looks like? It's a circle A with the V intersecting it.
Yeah. Yeah.
Because I've been compared to modern art. My logo.
Mm-hmm.
So let me get this straight. Your logo is being compared to a pair of glasses on the floor. Nice.
No, I know. Well, actually, postmodern art and modern art is funded by the CIA.
What?
What?
Yeah, the CIA paid people to do a lot of postmodern art.
Why?
You know abstract expressionism?
Mm-hmm.
I have no idea.
It's a type of painting where they splatter random colors on the board and call it art.
Yeah.
Well,
Okay.
that was funded by the CIA.
Why were they funding that?
I know.
because they were in the Cold War and they wanted the West to be perceived as intellectual because the Soviets were basically making American artists look bad because they are aesthetic or some crap like that.
Okay, then I get whatever. It's a weird way to do it, but whatever.
Yeah.
Yeah, they were making people look smart by saying, "Oh wow, I can see something in this."
Well, I used to have this Christian fundamentals teacher, and he was like, modern art is just, they want you to see things that are not there. That's the goal of modern art. To see things that are not there. What do you think about?
Well, there you go.
Oh, okay. He was a necrophilia. Was Hitler a vegan? Oh my God.
He was vegetarian. I'm not sure if he was vegan.
Didn't he eat liver dumplings or some crap like that?
I'm not really sure, to be honest. Hitler had a lot of problems with him.
Yeah. So, vegans equals deforestation. Oh my God, can you stop trolling me? I mean, like, really? It says, like, really, when you have animal agriculture, and besides, you can do permaculture. So there. I am leaving a chat. Okay, gone easy. Kill a dog? So, any other bright ideas of recruiting people? Maybe we could do postmodern art to recruit people to anarchism.
That's pretty easy to do. Just splat a bunch of crap around on Photoshop. I can do that easily.
Yeah.
I think I like to put in my shit.
We could do a collage.
Sure, I guess.
We have 4 viewers. Yeah, so unfortunately, the anarchist movement is a subculture, and we need to break out of the subculture.
That's kind of a problem, isn't it? That we're kind of stuck in this.
But as soon as reformism fails and people are so desperate, they're going to find something. I hope it's not neo-fascism.
You never know with people. I mean, Trump's getting a lot of support, and he's this freaking weird question mark of a human being almost. You know, all fascists have to do to get popular is spout a shit ton of popularist rhetoric. That's what they do. It's how Hitler rose to power. It's how Mussolini rose to power. It's how all these fucking fascist dictators.
Wasn't fascist? Oh, sorry. Wasn't fascists supported by the bourgeoisie?
Yeah, they were.
Or at least a huge section of it.
Yeah, many of them were put in power by first running smear campaigns against the leftist politicians in power already. I mean, sometimes they use more direct means of doing it, but many of them are, you know, smear campaigns and stuff.
I don't know what would help people, like, I know in Britain, people are like very upset at Tories and the Lib Dems.
We are especially where we are. I mean, I live in a Labour-controlled area, so I mean, I think you saw the map of the Labour and Tory-controlled areas of the country, didn't you?
No, I haven't.
Oh, you didn't?
No.
Oh. Just go on Wikipedia and look at the 2015 general election, and you'll see the voting boundaries right there. And you'll see, and I think I said this before when we had another chat, and I said there was this, like, there's these areas of red at the north of the country. I mean, most of the south is blue. Most of the south is pretty much blue.
I am the vegan anarchist. I have AIDS, HIV. Hello. Oh no, the street vegan anarchist. The street of me now. There's 2 fake and 1 me.
Wow. Q&A question. Do you have cancer?
Do you have cancer? No, I don't.
Well,
Hopefully.
scientifically, we're always developing cancers. It's just our body is good at correcting them so the cancer doesn't spread.
Why can't we? Yeah, I know that, but why don't we just ban those fake accounts?
I don't know how to do that.
Do you just report them?
I guess you could, I'm not sure.
What happens if they report me for being a fake account?
Well, I'd rather think you're the fake account since you have all the videos and the most subscribers out of them.
Yeah, and I've been around longer.
Exactly. I mean, that's the deciding factor in it, isn't it?
Yeah. Unless you've been around here longer than a year.
Hmm.
Yeah. No, very many people listen to radio. We could always do subvertising to get people to join anarchism.
I guess so.
So, how come Greece has a big anarchist scene?
Oh, Greece, yeah.
Because every time I check, there's always some guy lobbing a Molotov at a bank or a cop or something over there.
Greece has a lot of problems, and I don't know where it all came from. Actually, I think it all started when they had the Olympics, and the disused stadiums and shit contributed to a lot of debt, and it just all went to shit there.
What's the whole point of having sports stadiums where all you get is debt and you only use it once?
I know, I need to do a video about the Olympics and what it actually does. I mean, the amount of problems that the poor workers are getting in Rio at the moment, getting kicked out of the favelas and all that. Isn't that what they call it? The favelas?
I don't know. I'm not from Brazil.
I've got a friend from Brazil, so from near Rio as well, so that's interesting.
And yeah, so basically, we could also try to recruit tankies. Nah, bad idea.
No, I don't think they'll listen. I think they already decided on their pre-made talking points against us.
Let's see. We can always try to recruit. Let's see. Geo-libertarians.
Remind me what they are.
What?
Remind me what they are. I can't remember.
They're like Georgians combined with libertarians, and they propose only one tax, and that's a land value tax. And the resources are only in common, but there's still capitalism otherwise.
Oh, all right, I get it.
But then nobody knows who they are, and there's just a small quack of a group. We should try to get those zeitgeist people involved.
Oh, yeah, the zeitgeist movement. I forgot about them.
But I feel like, why do you need the zeitgeist movement if all you have to do is be an anarchist?
That's what you say what they are. They just don't say it. I mean,
Well, they say it.
As far as I know, the zeitgeist movement are essentially anarchists. As far as I know, I might be a bit wrong on that, but I'll have to do more research on that. I don't really know too much about them, but
they say they're non-political.
Okay, then that's kind of. Well, the thing is, politics interacts with everyday life, so I think everything's political to an extent.
Yeah.
I mean, talking about controversial things, it's going to get political. It's going to happen. So sorry, zeitgeist movement, but you are political.
And then let's see what else. We could also try to recruit social justice warriors.
Again.
Like,
most of them just want to control what everyone says, as far as I know. The whole stereotypical SJW triggered, that.
Triggly Puff.
Triggly Puff, yeah.
I should laugh. I don't know why I call myself an SJW. Oh, yeah, to piss people off.
Oh yeah. What do you think of Triggerlypuff?
I just think
Really.
I think she just looks stupid, and that yeah, she just looks stupid.
Yeah, I agree.
I mean,
Fucking dumb.
yeah.
I'm not afraid to say it. She's a moron.
And then we could try to get people from, well, there's a lot of movement. Let's see, we could try to get nudists involved with anarchism and anarcho-naturism.
I guess so.
And then we could get stoners involved with anarcho-stonerism or marijuana anarchism.
Yeah, I want to do that, dude.
They're too busy just sitting there rather than smashing the states.
Oh man, I'm so fucking high right now. I'm too busy, man. Okay.
You know what bothers me? The liberals are more concerned about somebody saying a politically incorrect word than they are about fascists organizing within the same campus.
Yeah, they are, aren't they?
Like, why don't you have a bigger problem with fascists? Why aren't you fighting them? Seems like the only people fighting the fascists are like ANCOMs, libertarian socialists, and tankies in general.
Yeah, basically the revolutionary left, we'll say. Because the doing jack.
All they want to do, I don't know why, all they just think to all stop them is like, oh yeah, just vote for the lesser of the evils and they won't get any charge.
Problem solved. But the problem hasn't been solved, it's just been pushed on back to haunt you a few years later.
So we can anticipate that if when Hillary or Donald Trump gets elected, my country and the world is going to go to shit. And when the world goes to shit, that we get involved and we spread out the message.
What I was thinking. I mean, when is it going to go to shit? Who knows?
The only problem is that there might be nukes flying by then. Because Trump seems like a guy who would set off a nuke for no reason.
I don't think so. I think Trump will just be another Bush. He'll just say, oh, I don't know what to do. I'm just going to listen to whatever Dick Cheney says or whatever. Whoever the relationship will be.
Oh my god, all I get is, why do I keep getting trolls? Donald Trump or Barney Sandwich?
What?
Make sure you sub to... Now there's the vegan anarchist vlogs.
Where are all these accounts coming from?
I don't know. The vegan anarchist vlogs. Oh my god.
Wow.
Who's coming up with it's smashed out like a button? And subscribe. You do have a big nose, Squidward.
I'm not Squidward. I don't know what you're talking about.
No, there's 4. What's going on? Why? What?
Oh, comment section, you lighten up my day sometimes.
Are those all Brandon's account?
Probably.
Like the capitalist carnivore sounds like Brandon. It could be Black Cat. Who knows?
I don't know. Black Cat's got a penchant for playing with you, let's say.
We need to find a way to troll them. Like hardcore.
Do you have Down syndrome?
No, that's the ableist, right? It's not do it that way.
You asked the question before. Why are you asking it again?
Oh, my god.
Oh, that's why. Okay.
Someone asked me if I have Down syndrome. Oh my god. I don't have Down syndrome. I have Asperger's. Asperger. I don't like to say Asperger's because you can joke about having burgers on my ass. Yeah, that's why I still
That's what
say
I say, like
Asperger's.
Asperger's.
Yeah,
That's how I say it, Asperger's.
because if I say Asperger's, like you have burgers in your ass. If I say Asperger's, then like, oh, okay, whatever. Let's see, we could get porn stars involved.
Okay, then.
Sex work. I don't know. What do you feel about the whole sex worker controversy?
Ooh. I mean, if you look at it, right, that's an interesting topic, I feel. I think we could say quite a bit about it. If we're talking about things like prostitutes, most people don't go into prostitution because they like to do it. They
Because
don't
they have no other
do it.
choice.
They do it because they need a bit of money and they don't have anything else they could do.
Mm-hmm.
So it's, if you want to go into prostitution, go a fucking head. I don't care. But there's no people who really do it because they want to do it.
Yeah, I feel like that too. A lot of them are just so. That's the only way they have to pay bills, and unfortunately, once you start doing that, nobody will ever hire you ever again.
I think prostitution's illegal in some places, isn't it?
Yeah, it is.
It's legal where I am. You can do it all. You can do it around here whenever.
Didn't they ban prostitution in a European country?
Huh?
All the anti-prostitution advocates like to spout about how the Swedish model is so good.
I don't know. I've never thought about that.
And so it's just a huge debate, because I feel like if I jump to any side, I'm just gonna get like they're gonna all attack me.
I don't know. I've never thought about it.
Because there are feminists who are like extremely against sex work, and they would completely jump on you. And if you go against sex work, then you have other feminists jumping on you.
All right. Actually, it turns out that the only place in the US where prostitution is actually legal,
Las Vegas. What?
is Nevada. Most of Nevada. There's some counties which don't, but everywhere else it's illegal.
Yeah.
Perfectly legal where I am, but pimps aren't allowed and all the brothels.
Well,
Oh,
that's a
shit.
good thing.
I guess that is a good thing, actually. I mean, brothels and pimps are inherently hierarchical institutions, aren't they?
Very.
I mean, pimp, that's just the manager of prostitute, basically, isn't it?
Well, also, what's hierarchical is gangs.
That's another thing, isn't it? Gangs. It's so cool because you can do your gang signs and yo.
Imagine if there were anarcho gangs. There was once in there called the Bunot Gang.
Right.
Yeah, but I don't know how if there was a bunch of if prison got filled with a bunch of anarchists, what would happen?
I don't know. Not a lot.
Won't they like throw Molotovs in prison or something in prison? Try to make some.
Well, prisoners are very intuitive when it comes to making weapons. They're very intuitive.
They can make newspapers into weapons. I'm pretty sure
Yeah,
they can come up with. Yeah.
I don't know how they do it, but they can do it somehow. I mean, they can make anything into a little homemade shiv to just stab you with. It's ridiculous.
Unfortunately, they would have problems with the Aryan Nation. Some of the most violent gangs in prison tend to be white supremacists.
Yeah, the Aryan Brotherhood's one of the worst, isn't it?
Yeah.
They're known for killing prison guards. They are known. I mean, I watched a documentary about the Aryan Brotherhood. It was pretty interesting, to say the least.
I'm pretty sure if there was an anarchist group starting in prison, they would be attacked.
Maybe.
Especially if they're like anti-fawn and one of the members are like try to kill an Aryan Brotherhood.
Maybe so.
This is getting a little long.
I guess so. We're kind of running a bit slow, aren't we now? We're kind of just talking about random things. We're not really staying on topic anymore, are we?
No, and let's see. Oh my God, Bleach! I'm a porn star. I'm black. Why aren't you subbing yet? The vegan anarchist vlogs. Pussy Destroyer 69. That's just. I'll give $100 PayPal to my first 10 subs. What? If I get 69 subs by tomorrow, I'll do a vlog of me drinking bleach. If you're vegan, can you listen to rap music? Yes, there are vegan rap music. I'll post one, and then the fake economy was like, if I get one sub, I'll post a vid of me nutting to Hillary Clinton. What? Are you into like MILFs or some crap like that, or what?
Oh, wow, that's kind of creepy. Just saying. I mean, if it's what you want to do, go ahead, but I don't know.
I don't know, why don't you just watch queer porn or some crap like that?
I mean, isn't that what porn's for, really?
Yeah. I heard there's like a girl who's going to be doing Ted Cruz porn.
What?
Yeah, some woman looks like Ted Cruz and she got invited to do Ted Cruz porn. You know who Ted Cruz is?
What's wrong with that slimy, smoggy piece of crap?
Yeah.
He's got the most punchable face ever.
Yeah, well, basically, just a porn film. They're gonna make porn videos about evolving Ted Cruz as a character.
They actually did scientific studies on why you want to punch Ted Cruz. I shit you not.
Yeah, I know. You know, with identity politics, you can always say that you identify as a leprechaun.
I identify as a sexual attraction.
If he's up to me, I'll post a vid of me nutting to the stream. What? Oh my God! Somebody was a nut to the stream. Oh my God! Oh my God! Oh my God! That's so creepy.
Oh, no.
Yeah. Do we continue to have somebody nut at us, or do we just leave? I don't know. This is title one final thing.
Okay then.
What anarchist ideology would be best to recruit people with?
Well, it depends where they're coming from, doesn't it? Like I said, we can recruit right libertarians through mutualism. We could recruit, you know, disenfranchised Bernie voters through, I'd say, syndicalism. I think that's the best way to get them. I don't know what you think, but that's what I think.
Yeah, I agree. Now, how do you recruit people to insurrectionary anarchism?
Oof. I guess that's where the Black Lives Matter people come in.
Oh, yeah, they also would be into black anarchism.
Well, yeah, that's obvious. That goes without saying.
And then let's see. And then there's a pedophile rights activist who commented once who are blocked. Pretty sure. What do you think? Do we recruit him?
Your choice, I guess.
Well, it's his choice. I mean, I'm not gonna try or anything. I think he probably is. Although I think he supports Bernie Sanders. Okay, this is getting bad. Yeah. Well, how do you recruit people who are vegans? Or is that my job?
That's your job.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
I'll get the naughty kids from school because I talk about school so much.
And then who will kill a dog recruit?
The rednecks?
He's not a redneck. He's from Cali.
He's a redneck Bolshevik.
Oh, yeah. My mom says if I get 42 subs by Wednesday, she'll let me back in the house.
Wow.
What? It seems like the only people watching now are just trolls.
That's awesome.
Like, why do they want to troll me so bad? I don't even have like 1,000 subs. I have a micro channel.
I don't know, because it's funny.
I guess that's it. This is the vegan anarchist. No meat, no milk, no masses. See ya. And come.
Bye.
And this is the anarchist brothel. See ya. Oh
Bye-bye.
yeah. Bye bye.
Bye.
Bye. Bye bye.